This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the morning of Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025. I'm Alex Brown. A Zionsville mom's journey to find the right therapist for her daughter has grown into a business that helps connect other families with providers. TheraProve founder and CEO Tiffany Vivo's daughter has Down syndrome, and she tried to find a quick and easy way to find a therapist, but ran into issues.
It seems bananas to think you have to wait a year to get services for your child, when we all know early intervention is what really makes the difference. When we found the right therapist, it was like, wow, this is fantastic, but there's got to be an easier way.
With TheraProve, families upload their information and select which therapies they're looking for, and when an opening becomes available, the provider reaches out to the family directly. Lafayette-based real estate development firm Ironmen Properties will break ground today on Element 26 Apartments, a 78-unit complex near Columbian Park in Lafayette. Set for completion in July 2026, the $19 million project is designed to address what the firm says is a growing demand for housing in the area. Fort Wayne-based Metal X on Monday announced a series of changes to its executive leadership. Among them, the aluminum recycling and processing company has promoted Stan Gish to the role of CEO. He succeeds Metal X co-founder Neil Rifkin, who will remain with the company as president. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
To succeed, you need to stay informed. You need to be engaged. And let's face it, you need to set yourself apart from the rest by connecting with a company that brings you the best. Because in today's environment, business is an ever-moving target, and we'll help you chase it. IBJ Media. The best of business is in us. Get started at ibjmedia.com/youngprofessional.
Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita and Secretary of State Diego Morales have filed a lawsuit against U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. IIB's Marek Mazurek has details.
The Indiana officials allege the federal agency has failed to help verify the citizenship status of voters who registered in Indiana without providing state-issued forms of identification. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the parent federal agency of the USCIS, and DHS Secretary Kristi Noem are named as defendants in the suit, which seeks injunctive and declaratory relief. In a news release, Rokita alleged that despite first receiving Indiana's written requests last October, federal officials have failed to provide information that would help the state verify that only eligible voters participated in elections. Last year, Rokita and Morales sent then USCIS Director Or Jadot lists of certain voters who registered without state IDs, along with the joint letter formally asking the agency's assistance in verifying those individuals' citizenship status. No response ever came. Rokita and Morales requested federal aid in scrutinizing the citizenship status of more than 585,000 registered Hoosier voters, more than 1 in 10 residents on the voter rolls. The list includes those who registered without an Indiana's driver license number or a social security number, or who live overseas. Indiana has more than 4.8 million people registered to vote, so the letter invited scrutiny of about 12% of those rolls. The Attorney General said, quote, "The lawsuit is another important step in ensuring the integrity of our elections." DHS did not immediately respond to the Indiana lawyer's request for comment on Monday. I'm Marek Mazurek for Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Pennsylvania-based Doral Renewables has tapped NovaSource Power Services to serve as the operations and maintenance and generator operator for the $1.5 billion Mammoth Solar Project in northwest Indiana. NovaSource said its goal is to ensure maximum efficiency, reliability, and compliance for the solar farm, which is expected to generate enough electricity to power approximately 250,000 homes in Indiana and Illinois annually. Being developed in Stark and Pulaski counties, Mammoth Solar is being designed with agricultural use in mind through what is known as agrivoltaics, which involves the use of livestock to help with vegetation management. The $475 million first phase of the project, known as Mammoth North, began commercial operations last July. The second and third phases, Mammoth South and Mammoth Central, are currently under construction and set for completion in 2026. Be Free founder Jennifer Wiese is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.